Good morning, everybody. So pleased that you're here. What I want to do today is something super duper helpful. I want to share with you 4 things that you can do that will help you get more clients faster for your private practice. And it might be counterintuitive to what you're actually thinking. So I'm just going to dive right in. Step 1, you need to have a plan to work smarter. And this is something that I learned the hard way. I don't know about you, but I sort of grew up in a generation where we were, believing that hard work pays off. You have to work hard to get ahead. And I don't know about you, but for me, I used to associate hard work with exhausting myself. I used to think I could reward myself for a hard day's work. And I used to sit in front of the computer at my private practice for hours, or sit in that room for hours, seeing clients, doing marketing, looking at spreadsheets, doing all of the things. But that didn't get me very far. What actually got me further was changing the way that I worked. And when I say working smarter, it's going to look different for everybody. For me, what working smarter looked like was tuning into my energy levels and seeing, when am I most present during the day? When do I have the most energy to show up for the important things like working with clients? And for me, that was in the mornings. So I shifted my diary and made it so that I only see clients in the mornings. And then I got the afternoon to do my admin and those kinds of other things. Just making that simple shift really helped me in so many ways. It helped me be a better therapist, I think, because my energy was exactly where I needed it to be. And I could show up in a way that felt very authentic. So that was the first thing. My priority is always clients first. And I really wanted to make sure that they were getting the best of their time together with me. And second of all, I think too, putting time blocking, having clients in the morning, Monday to Friday. So I see clients now from 10 till 12 on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Mondays is my coaching group day. So if you're in the Success Hub and the Inner Circle and some of the other stuff that I do, that's when all the group coaching calls happen. Just seeing clients in the morning really helps. And then having that time block in the afternoon to do other things gives me the freedom to know that I've done exactly what I wanted to do. I've achieved my intention for the day. And now I have this time where I could just relax and I can move into the admin and those other things. Now, the other thing about working smarter is I really think, energy is the first key to that. But point 2, or the second step, is you need to have a really powerful and effective strategy that's going to help you bring in clients faster. And that doesn't mean working longer. I'm revamping clients on demand at the moment. So I'll give you this sort of current, story illustration so you can see what I mean. So clients on demand was originally a 90-day program. And then my coach said to me, well, can they get the same result in 60? And I was like, well, yes. And he was saying to me that, why would you get people to do something that's going to take longer? And so I took that same philosophy then and applied it to my work. And I can't remember where it is. I think it's in Sweden or Norway. It's another country, and I think they have like a 4-hour workday, it's a 4-hour workday, and they get as much done, if not more, than their counterparts like us here in Australia, where they're doing 8 hours a day. It's the same philosophy. Like, if you can do it in 4, why wouldn't you do it in 4? So that was the other thing. I said to myself, hey, what if you don't actually have to do an 8-hour work day when you're a solo practitioner, or a 10-hour or a 12-hour or a 14-hour work day? What if you can just bring your work day back to maybe 4 hours or 5 hours or something like that? So I'm talking about, a few hours in the day for your client sessions, but then maybe you only do an hour, or maybe you just do 2 hours on those other things that would normally take twice as long. And when I shifted my mindset around getting the same amount of work done, but in a shorter time period, guess what? I became more efficient. It wasn't like I was suddenly under heaps more pressure. I wasn't. It turns out that when I gave myself more time, it was actually taking me longer. So another example is, we talk about setting quarterly goals for our business. One of the things that I'm doing now is I've taken my quarterly goal and I've turned it into a monthly goal. And I'm in the process of taking steps and implementing the strategies that I'm sharing with you to achieve my quarterly goal in 1 month, just by working smarter. So that's what I mean in terms of step 2, having a simple but really effective strategy. And guess what? The best thing is, like yesterday, so I see clients in the mornings, I have lunch from 12 to 1. And then I took mum out for a drive and we went out for the afternoon. And I was just like, this is so wonderful that I get to do this. We went down to Sorrento, we had a really nice lunch and it was lovely. And we saw the water and the rain and the storms and everything. And then we came back and it was lovely. And I did a little bit of work when I got back because I had a few things to attend to, but that only took me about half an hour. So it talk about reclaiming your time and reclaiming your balance. This is how you do it. You have to have a time block, number one, I believe, time block, and then put a simple strategy in place. And for me, that's reducing the amount of time I've been giving myself, just because I was programmed from primary school, from high school, from work, that you do an 8-hour day. Anyway, so it took time to break that pattern, but now I haven't looked back. The third way to achieve success in your private practice faster and start calling in clients more quickly is to have, again, a simple and effective way to track. You have to be tracking. So many private practice owners that I am fortunate to work with just don't track. They are amazing therapists, amazing practitioners, but haven't really been trained in business, and so don't really know about things like tracking. So I'm here to tell you, if you want to see results, you must start tracking. And it doesn't have to be a boring spreadsheet or anything like that. You find a way that's going to work for you. You could have a progress chart on the wall where you tick things off or color things in. You could have a spreadsheet if you like that. You could just make a little note in your diary of things. You could have a little planner. It doesn't matter. Find something that's going to work for you. And what should you be tracking? Well, if it was down to me, I'd have you tracking everything. But in terms of keeping it really, really simple, I think you want to track one of two things. First of all, I think you need to be tracking your lead gen. So that's your lead generation. So where are your referrals coming from? That absolutely needs to be tracked. Every time somebody makes an inquiry, you should be keeping a record somewhere that you look at regularly that keeps a tally of this many came from Psychology Today, this many came from doctors, this many came from peers and colleagues, this many came from Google. You need to do that. Why? Because it's going to allow you to make better decisions about where you invest your energy, time, and money when it comes to creating potential leads, i.e. inquiries, for your private practice. Another way you might want to track those leads is by, if you're using social media or Google or email or your podcast or your YouTube channel, track your social media. Don't track, I posted on this day and I had this many likes and this many followers. I don't care about your likes and followers. That's not an inquiry. I care about the inquiries that are coming through. I'm living proof that you can attract your dreamiest client ever and have very minimal engagement on your posts, because in the industry I work in, a lot of private practice owners don't want other private practice owners to know that they're struggling. So they're not going to engage on my posts. And in private practice, working with our clients, it's often the same. Don't forget, there's a lot of stigma around seeing a therapist, seeing a practitioner, seeing a counsellor, working with somebody. And so if you're not getting engagement, it doesn't mean that post isn't working. If you're not getting likes and hearts and follows, it doesn't mean it's not working. The measure of whether your social media, your email, your podcast, whatever it is, strategy is working is the number of inquiries that's coming through. Okay, you do not need to be on every platform. Choose one, master that platform. So definitely start tracking your inquiries and where they're coming from. And that will allow you to make better decisions about what you want to focus on moving forward. And the tip is focus on what's working. Whatever's working, do more of that. You don't always need to be creating content, writing posts. If you're not getting any inquiries from social media, stop doing it. Just focus on your website. It gets to be easy. You get to work in flow and still attract the right clients to your business, okay? The other reason it's important to track, of course, and if you hadn't guessed, today's episode is all about the masculine energy. I'm talking to you about structure and process and da-da-da-da-da. So those of you that like this are going to love this. But yeah, when you're tracking, it also gives you a sense of achievement. Like you can look at your numbers, or you can look at your figures, or look at your colors, and you can say, yes, I'm doing it. It's actually working. I'm proud of myself. And that cultivates intrinsic motivation. You know, it cultivates confidence, and it's a quick way for you to start the process of releasing imposter syndrome. I know, do you love it? It's absolutely the best. And I have one more step or tool or process that you can use that will help you get results faster in your private practice. And that is, you need to have a growth mindset. And what I mean by that is, don't allow yourself to be taken out by all the small things that happen. Like this morning, someone contacted me. I've got a $7 membership, right? It's called the Private Practice Success Hub. It's got loads of resources. You know, it's got coaching every month. It's got a really strong, growing community. But this morning, someone asked me for a refund for their $7. Totally fine. And they're absolutely entitled to that. You know, my stuff up, I thought I cancelled their thing last week, but it hadn't been properly cancelled, whatever, and a payment came out. So I want you to understand that when things happen in your business, they're not personal attacks on you, and they can't take you out. You have to have a growth mindset. And in that example that I just shared with you there, I think, you know, it's really important to look at, how did this happen and what can I do that's within my control to stop this from happening again? So what strategy can I put in place to make sure a membership's been cancelled when it needs to be cancelled? We're human, we're going to make mistakes. But when it comes to business, I think it's really important that whenever things don't go according to plan, you see those things as opportunities to improve the business. So I had gratitude for that request this morning because I know I'm going to have an even better membership once I can fix that or sort that out so it doesn't happen again. So always be looking at, how can I refine what I already have? How can I make what I already have better? That's what I mean. Please don't feel like you have to be in the feminine and you have to always go, oh, well, I just made that membership over there, so now I better go and create a group over here, and I better make an online program over there, and I better do a group thing over there. No, stick with what you've got and just refine it. Don't go making new things. Take what you already have and ask, how many ways could I make this better? How many ways could I make this align better with the intention that I had for it? How many ways can I get it in front of the people that really need it right now? How many ways can I get out of my own way and share it with people who really need to see it without the fear and without the worry and without the self-doubt, without all that, stuff that goes on. So absolutely having a growth mindset is absolutely a key factor in you being able to call in clients so much faster. Another example of something that you might want to refine is your booking process. So really simply, really quickly, I want you to today have a look at your booking process and say, how easy is it for a client to book in with me? And maybe even try and book in with yourself. Test your systems. Just when you go to make up your profile, just put testing, and, you know, process a payment to yourself, and you can refund yourself, whatever you need to do. But see what it feels like to receive your onboarding package. Does it all make sense? Are the links working? Is it an easy process, or is it a kind of annoying process? And look at, how could I make this process feel really light and easy and quick for a potential brand new client or a potential brand new inquiry? Okay, if you can do that one thing, you're absolutely going to start to see results more quickly in your private practice. So I hope that this was super helpful. As usual, if you have any questions, connect with me in the Counsellors Connect Australia group or in the Australian Counsellors in Private Practice online group. If you need marketing resources that are really affordable, like under $10, head over to my Etsy shop. I've made you a whole lot of Instagram posts, Facebook posts. You can edit them, change them. They're all got white labels. You can do what you want with them. The name of that shop is Hey Therapist. And if you're a podcast person, you can listen to the podcast where I share extra help and resources. And the name of the podcast is Private Practice with Soul Podcast. Okay, so loads of help is there for you. And yeah, if you want to join the $7 membership, you're absolutely welcome to do that as well. Just connect with me on Instagram at the Private Practice Coach, or on Facebook and request a link, and I'll send you the link and you can get started straight away. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching another episode. I'm trying to do the masculine, feminine. So today's was in the masculine. Tomorrow's is for all the people who are not like me and identify as core essence feminine. So tomorrow I'm going to help you with creating success in a way that feels aligned for you with your private practice, because I know you aren't someone who loves strategy and logic and ticking and trick. I know, I get it, totally get it. Have a beautiful day, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye.